Alrighty, hey guys, I apologize for the wait. Life has been a little crazy. I'm just switching my Wi-Fi right now so that way I stream tonight. Apologize for the lag and stuff. My computer seems to be going whack today. So I'm hoping this will hold up for the majority of my stream. Um, we are going to go into today. Our topic is going to be going into Disney World restaurants on property that I've loved for years, and that I'm really excited to share with you all. Again, thank you for everyone that's been waiting back on stage in the chat. I appreciate you guys' patience. I had to share this out on social media. I was on a Zoom chat with with Dole Whip Dad for his members, so I wanted to make sure I could be in it for a little while. So first of all, I want to just do a little bit of housekeeping before I get up. Apologize for my absence last week. I had a really weird mental week. It was raining a lot here in North Carolina. We had a weird situation change in the family in terms of driving. So I had a lot on that, and a lot of figuring out stuff. But luckily, we're good now, and we're on the road to better successes. So apologize again for my delay. We should be back on schedule. Update about Tokyo Disney. I have not gotten an update yet about a date, but as soon as I get one, I will let you guys know about that. That is in the plans. We also have a plan in the works with Viaprey Project is going to be collabing with us sometime. I'm very excited for you guys to do a collab together. It'll be very interesting. As soon as we get a date on an update from that, letting you guys know about that. Upcoming things for me that I'm collaborating with other channels. Big Disney fan. I'm going on his show on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. I would love for you all to be there, and make sure you share it with friends so that way others in the Disney community can come and join us. Of course, today's episode is Resorts on Disney Property. I will get to your comments in just a moment, and I just wanted to share with you guys, make sure you guys know that we are live, and because we are live, make sure you guys go check out Dean from the Live Place, Dreamers Empire here on YouTube, the Live Place here on YouTube, as well as the liveplace.com and dreamersempires.com. He is your family-friendly host for live streamers. He's just added the RV community and the cruising community to the Live Place. So make sure you guys go and continue to support him. He's doing this at no charge to creators and supporting all of us on this journey. And he's supported me since day one. So please go and support him. Also, if you guys haven't been in the streams for the past couple weeks, my little sister Allie, you guys all seen her throughout videos. She is starting to go on public on social media. So she is doing a public drawing Instagram from all of her artwork for you guys to see and to you guys to put your input in. I would love for you guys to help support her. She's going through quite a rough year with her senior year getting disrupted in high school and now her college getting disrupted. I would love for you guys to send her support. Her Instagram is animation_drawing_adventure on Instagram. Make sure you guys go check her out. And also in the description of this video today, I actually put the link to my first ever merch that is available for you guys to go and purchase. And that's going to be from my friends over at Arizona Dream. She's live right now on TikTok. However, she has her Etsy account on www.arizonadream.com. It'll take her directly to her Etsy account. The sticker is for Hocus Pocus. So if you look for Hocus Pocus quote, that is from me, and you guys can purchase that. Make sure you guys go support her. She's doing amazing. She just passed 3,000 sales on her Etsy. Let's continue to send some support through the Disney community, and I would love for you guys to know. She's also here on YouTube at Lindsay Taylor and a Blended Family Adventure. She also has Arizona Dream as a YouTube. Would love for you guys to go and check them out. And of course, her TikToks, Arizona Dream, Crazy Curvy Lindsay, and it's Harrison. You will always be watching her fill orders and make cups on stream. So I'd love for you guys to go and support her. And every once in a while, I'll post a live on TikTok or on Instagram or on Twitter. So that way some of you guys from my community can come and support her. You don't have to have an account. You can always just watch the stream. And if you have anything to say, you can always message me on social media to say hi. So I think that's all of my updates. I'm going to go into the chat now and update everyone. I apologize for the delay. Thank you guys for being patient. Nyla, hello. Thank you for being here. Big Disney fan, Keith. I'm on his show on Sunday night. Make sure you guys go and have that reminder set. I'm pretty sure that link is already set up. Hello. Nice to see you. James Ryan, our mod extraordinaire of this channel. Make sure you guys all say hello to James. He's amazing. He's a good partner of this channel. He will be featured in an upcoming mail vlog that is coming your guys' way very shortly. I've had problems filming it, but I should be filming it this week, so it should be coming. Andy Kiss, thank you for being here. Hello, thank you for being here. Thanks, and thanks, James, for holding down the fort. Sorry, guys, I had to post an update on TikTok. That's a really good point, James. Tonight should be fun. Caitlin's a big plant-based fan. I'm a vegetarian. Plant-based is totally different than the vegetarian. Plant-based means that everything you eat is restrictively plant. So it's like more like on the raw side, like raw cooked vegetarian, which is technically what I am. But I don't eat any of the raw meat alternatives, like tofu or Impossible Burger. I don't eat that. But I am a plant, like I love vegetables, so vegetables and fruits, so that's great. I do eat dairy. I do eat dairy because I'm from Wisconsin, and you kind of grew up eating it anyways. So I eat dairy, so that's pretty much the only exception to that. And make sure, again, James Ryan, you're awesome. Please feel free to share the link on your social media, whether it's my Instagram, IGTV story that I posted, or my thing on Twitter, or whenever I post on my Facebook page, which my Facebook page should have that up tonight. Definitely feel free to share that out. That's awesome. Love it. How you doing? And high five. High five. All right. And guys, if you ever need to reach out with me, if anyone wants to collab, any video ideas, please message me on Instagram. I will definitely feel free, open to do that. Just make sure if your social media is different than your actual YouTube channel name to let me know what your YouTube name is before you chat to me, so that way I know when I'm in my request. And Andy, I'm a plant-based as well. Woohoo! I'm very excited about that. James says, or you can send a tweet. Yeah, I can also send a tweet too. Either way, it's fine. You will too get on fine with being plant-based fans. Yeah, James, no worries. I just like the plant lifestyle. So, Keith, yeah, it's basically fruits and veggies. The plant-based, they typically try not to go off the chain of plants, but yeah, it depends on who you meet, honestly. Oh, sorry, I'm really behind in chat. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to go back. We got Rob Buzz in the house. Hey, Rob, thanks for being here. I am rewatching your stream when I mod somebody else's TikTok stream, so I will definitely be watching that. Guys, if you guys haven't checked out Rob Buzz, guys, go check him out and subscribe to him. He's awesome. He's the king of Disney Retro here, and he has done some amazing series. I've been interested in the Disney Institute series of courses for quite some time now. Ever since I did my college program and learned more about it, I've always wanted to do it. So he's done a live exactly about that, sharing his experience of doing those classes, and I'm so excited to watch. I cannot wait. Elena KO at 808, aloha. Hi, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Disnoa's Adventures, hello. You changed your background and I love it. Good new logo. Love it. Hello to everyone. Let's see who else is here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Everyone saying hello to each other. Love that. We got Mouse Talk in the house. Hello, Walt and Melissa. I hope you guys got my dates. I didn't know if you got that message, but I hope you did, because those are my official dates. I am officially booking my hotel as soon as I get my card in the mail. Long story. Not going to get into it. But I'm very excited about that. And thank you guys for both being here. And Walt and Melissa, whenever you need help getting around Walt Disney World and you don't know what to do, you can always give me a text. And if you ever need my number, let me know. I definitely trust you both. You both are amazing. And the first channel, I think you're the first channel I have ever become a member to, if I'm thinking correctly. So you guys are both amazing. Again, if you guys aren't subscribed to Mouse Talk, make sure you guys go support my friends at Walt and Melissa over at Mouse Talk. They've been doing amazing live streams in the parks, and I am beyond thrilled with all of their success in the parks. And last week's stream was a little interesting, but made me really happy because that's one of my favorite captioning systems out of all of Walt Disney World, and I wish they used it more, which is the bus captioning. Guys, if you're in a bus and you don't know whether you're close to the resort, above your head there is a black streak. It's like a black electronic panel. Most people think it's just a normal electronic panel, but if you look up and they have the audio going for the bus, that is actually captioned. Not all the times it's accurate. However, for myself and a lot of other deaf and hard of hearing people, it's extremely relevant when it comes to resorts. For example, the resorts that have multiple stops. For example, Animal Kingdom Lodge has 2 stops, Kidani Village and Jumbo House. That is a great place to have captioning in place to know where you're at. And Mouse Talk, that was something that was missing when you were on the bus, was the audio, for one, was not loud enough. And 2, the captioning system, I didn't know if it was on or working when you were on your trip to Saratoga from Epcot on Tuesday. But the next time you're on a bus, Walt, and you have this situation happen again, look up above the, like just past the driver's seat, there's like a little black panel. Sometimes they'll have captioning up there. But yeah, anytime, make sure you guys go support my friends. Hey, we got Josh Goes to Disney. Hello. He just celebrated his big milestone. I believe 750, I believe, was his giveaway, or 800. I can't remember. I've been gone for 1 day from YouTube this week, and I've been so behind in information. I never thought 1 day would impact people so much, but it's okay. Yeah, no problem, Disney. It took I could see all the editing work in it. It looks fantastic. Perfect. Okay, I'm glad you got them. Perfect. I just want to make sure you got them because that would be really bad if I sent them and then it didn't end up sending and it sent to the wrong person. I've had that happen multiple times. Would have been bad. And Josh, thank you again. Yeah, guys, go subscribe to Mouse Talk. They're amazing. I love them so much, and they make amazing content in the parks. And for those of us who are missing the parks, and especially Disney Springs does not get enough streams on YouTube. And when they stream in Disney Springs, it makes me so happy. And I get to walk around and just be in my world for a little bit. It's really fun. I really enjoy them. Okay, without further ado, I think we got everyone in the chat. Sorry for the lights turning off.
Sorry, okay.
No worries. We're gonna go right diving in. So guys, I have an upcoming stream or an upcoming trip coming up. So guys, catching up with Caitlin is going live in the parks, which I'm so excited for you, all of you, to kind of start this streaming in the parks journey with me. I am going to the parks. I'm not sharing my dates right now. However, I can tell you they're in October, which is coming up so soon. And I'm so beyond excited to share the magic with you guys. So we are going to be going to 3 out of the 4 parks. Our 4th park is my sister's actually favorite. And we are not going to tempt her any more than she is not going. So we're going to keep that 4th park for when we all go back as a family. So I don't know where we're going to be filming, however, but it's so exciting. And actually, I think I'm going to go live in Disney Springs and share with you guys a little bit about the story of Disney Springs, because I think that's something that needs to be shared. A lot of us cast know the story of Disney Springs, but a lot of guests don't seem to look into it or know the background of Disney Springs. So that is so exciting. And guys, everyone's so excited. Yeah, I'm beyond excited. By the way, if anyone has any gimbal recommendations, please send them to me. I'm on the route right now to try to find a gimbal for my stream. So I need help a little bit too. So James, maybe put that on my to-do list this week. I'm so beyond excited to share that with you guys. I know that it's been hard with us having in the parks, but I'm very excited to actually have a date set, especially since I'm a college program alumni. It's always going back to my second home is always a fun adventure. And I'm actually going to go visit a store, hopefully on my trip. And I will share a video and we'll film that for you guys, because I have actually a friend who was my proprietor. And for those of you who don't know Disney talk, proprietor is your overall zone leader. So my location was Disney Springs Zone 1 before the management change. They've had tons of management changes in Disney Springs recently. My proprietor got let off like last November, I believe. And he said he wanted to start a small business instead of being with Disney. I said, well, what are you going to do? And he's like, well, I think I'm going to sell products that are just going to be helping good causes around the country. And I said, that's a fantastic idea. Like, I had never heard something like, I've heard of the Good Way, and there's different causes for it, but I've never seen a store that brings all kinds of those kind of products together. I thought it would be really cool, right? So his store, if you guys want to check it out, Mouse Talk, you might want to check them out. They are called Maffrey's, Maffrey. They have their store in Ivanhoe Village, and he just opened his location. He just got a visit from the mayor of the town, and I think that's pretty awesome. And I'm hoping to visit him, and I will also film a video on YouTube, so that way all of you guys can go and support my Disney cast member family. He was a great proprietor. He was somebody who entered in with my location, saying hello to every single person that walked in the door. Whether you're a college program intern, which is the bottom of the totem pole, to the top, which was, head leader of your location. And that meant the world, someone like myself. And I told him, I said, for you working with Disney this long and to see that meant the entire world to me. And I told him that. I said, it will take you really far. I said, there's not many things that the disabled community gets a lot of inclusion from. And it means a lot. So I will be posting that all over my social media after the show today. If you guys want to continue to learn about his business, I think he's amazing. All of my Disney Springs family have supported him since the beginning. We all think he's doing incredible things, even after working for Disney for over 20 years with the company. So I hope you guys will all check him out. If you guys are local to Florida, please go check out his business. Go check him out. Tell him that cast member Caitlin sent you. He'll know exactly who I am. If not, you can always show a picture of my YouTube channel. He'll exactly know who I am. Please go and support his business out. I think it's amazing what he's been doing as of lately. And with that, we have Hitchhiking Bones have stepped in. Hello. James, you are on it. James, that's their website. Go and check them out. They're an amazing organization, an amazing small business that is giving back and is also cast member based. They also had Lee Cockrell and Dan Cockrell in their store signing their book. And guys, if you don't know who they are, you might want to find out. They were the VP of some big parks in Disney World, handling big teams on their bases and working with thousands of cast members at a time. And they both published books. And instead of taking it to a big bookstore or taking it on a road trip around the country, they specifically chose to sign their book at their store, knowing that he was a part of Disney for such a long time. And I think that is that's how the Disney connection, is so strong, and I think that's amazing. So please go check out Maffrey's. They're an amazing. Josh, no worries. Go ahead and you can be on Team Replay later. No worries. And I'm glad you had fun at Hollywood Studios. We saw your Rise of the Resistance issues earlier today. We were so happy that it ended up working for you guys. So yay! Dean, the Turkey Lester Bancroft, thank you for being here. And Hitchhiking Bones, there we go. I know you weren't able to say something during the Zoom meeting, but guys, go check out the Hitchhiking Bones too. Please go check them out as well. I got their magic mail from their giveaway. My sister's already wearing the socks, so thank you very much. I can't show that in the mail vlog because Allie's already wearing them, but definitely check that out. And before I forget, Katrina Scalompi, thank you for being here. Apologize, this chat's going by fast today. All right. First of all, I need a chat check. If you guys are ready to go deep diving into Walt Disney World food, which is a big thing for myself as somebody who's a vegetarian, I need you guys to give me thumbs up in the chat, smiley face, emojis. That way I know from you guys that I'm ready to go. And I'm just making sure that my, okay. Thank you, Rob, for sharing the stream. Appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't shared the stream, please go and share the stream. All right. James says he's ready. Everyone, I gotta see it. I gotta see it in the chat. We have Hitchhiking Bones. We have Dean. Rob, thank you for liking the channel. I appreciate liking my IGTV story. Thank you. I'm sure you're in the background. Thank you for being here. Guys, I need more than 3 people. We have 7 people live here. And also, I don't want you guys being offset, because that's the worst thing for me, is when I'm offset and I don't know when something's starting, and then you just randomly start and you're like, oh, okay. Sorry, guys, I'm just making sure. I TikTok mod, and I also YouTube mod for Arizona Dream, so I wanted to make sure she wasn't contacting me. We're good. Okay. Alrighty. So with that, we are going to start into my favorites resort. Now, I'm going to do this into a couple of categories, and I'm not going to do all of them tonight, obviously. Quick service is kind of a touchy subject with myself. The only reason why is because a lot of quick service still has a lot of work to do when it comes to plant-based options in the parks. Just because it's much harder for myself to find. James. Giggle count is already at 3. Is that good? Okay. So I'm going to do this in 3 categories. The first category is going to be, these are going to be table service restaurants. For me, as somebody who was a plant-based eater, was also very picky growing up with my autism. It's pretty much proven in studies that autistic children have problems with food textures, which in terms makes them picky eaters, but not necessarily. It's just the texture that's an issue. So the best we've had in the parks as ourselves as a family is doing table service, because whenever we had an issue, usually they could bring another dish that I liked from another restaurant and bring it over to me, or had them make something on the spot. It was much easier than going to a quick service and then trying to figure it out when they're trying to get out food quickly, right? So quick service was not usually a thing until I was like 12 or 13 years old, when I started figuring out what I liked to eat and was growing my palate. But most of the time we did table service. So for my first restaurant that I highly recommend that every single person in this chat, if you guys have been there, please go and visit them. It's going to be over in Epcot. And for those of you who know me pretty well, you probably already know where I'm going with this. But it's in the Japan Pavilion at Epcot, and it is Tempon Edo. Tempon Edo is a hibachi-style restaurant that is Disney-inspired. And of course, the big thing with Tempon Edo is with the culture, and having chefs from their native countries come and cook that food with you guys. It's pretty cool, and they bring the Disney magic into hibachi, which I think is really fun. The dish that I get there is called yasai. It's Yasai. And I asked somebody how to pronounce it, and that's how they say it. And they said, especially when I'm deaf in one ear, they said I could say it differently, because they said most hard of hearing in Japan, they usually have issues saying it anyways. So I was like, cool, great. And it's a plant-based dish, so it'll depend on season. So usually winter, I'll get like asparagus, mushroom, pepper, and sometimes they'll do okra to mix it up. And I've tried that recently, and I think it's okay. It's not the best texture for me, but it's something that I think I can get better with if I continue eating it after a while, if that makes any sense. But usually it'll have tofu in it, but I usually ask them to not have tofu and ask them to add extra veggies instead, and usually they can do that for me. And then there are usually with every single dish, they'll usually have white rice, which is fantastic. I love their rice. Perfect amount of stickiness, and the texture and the cook of the rice is always perfect every single time. which is pretty hard to get with rice, especially when you're mass producing for a restaurant. Rice is really hard to keep its texture. And then their noodles is what I love the best from there. It's yakisoba noodles, so it's a little bit bigger than a typical stir-fry noodle or chow mein. It's a little bit thicker, and they cook it with zucchini, onion, and a little bit of spinach, with a little bit of garlic, and it is so delicious. And the best thing about that restaurant is whether you're a meat eater or a vegetarian, is that it is a lighter plate of food than you will be getting at, let's say Beer Garden or the Cellier in Canada. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. Because sometimes when you're at Disney, you are go, go, go. And when you sit and eat, you don't want to eat a whole heavy plate of food, especially during the summer. And then you feel awful earlier in the day or later in the day. And I think it's a fantastic choice for everyone, whether you're a plant-based or meat eater. My family and I have been going there since, oh gosh, I was 8 or 9 years old, and I'm now 24 years old. I've gone to that restaurant more times than you can think. It was a college program favorite of mine. My step grandma actually would send me a gift card, and she always knew I would go there. She'd be like, "Hey, your next meal is on me. Like, I know you love this place, and I know it brings you a little bit of comfort when you are away from your family." So Tempranillo is a favorite of mine. It has always been a favorite of mine, and I 100% recommend this restaurant to everyone. And if you guys have plant or allergies in the family, whether it's seafood or some kind of nut or tree nut, they're really great about allergy restrictions there. One of the best hibachi with restrictions that you can possibly get. We found a good off-place restaurant recently, but we are going to do Tempranillo or the hibachi place on our next trip. So that's number one for you guys. 100% agree. And Emma, thank you for saying hello during the Zoom chat. It was nice seeing you there, and exciting about your callback. Hopefully you'll get in. So that's my first choice, is Tempranillo, Japan Pavilion, and Epcot, and they are currently open right now. My second choice is going to be over at Hollywood Studios. We like to typically do it for a Fantasmic dinner package. Now, this has been a recent favorite of ours. We have always gone to them. We've been going there since I was maybe a sophomore in high school, actually technically 8th grade, freshman year of high school. And that would be Mama Melrose's, in Mickey Avenue in Hollywood Studios. And if you guys don't know where that is, if you guys know where the Christmas shop is, right across from Muppet Vision, it's right next to there. Fantastic little place. It does have a pretty small capacity to compare to like somewhere like the Hollywood Brown Derby or 50s prime time. But I love Mama Melrose's for the reason that it's completely accessible for both plant-based and regular-based eaters. A lot of us plant-based eaters, we only get 1 or 2 options at every single menu. Well, for Mama Melrose's, I actually had several, like 3 or 4 different appetizer options that were technically vegetarian friendly, and a couple of entree options, and we even had 2 dessert options that were vegetarian friendly, which was really awesome, and I think that's rare to find in Disney restaurants right now. And they gave them an option of just a vegetable-based entree and a plant-based alternative meat option, which I think that's great because not everyone wants to eat plant-based meat, your entire trip. You can have different seasoning on it. But when you get through a texture for so long, sometimes it gets a little bit out of hand. But their flatbreads there have been really amazing. Really have enjoyed that. Their caprese salad has been pretty decent as of lately. Of course, it's not my number one. It's not my favorite choice. However, when we do eat at Hollywood Studios, that's one of the few places I can eat. We haven't tried Hollywood Brown Derby yet, and they have changed their vegetarian menu as of recently. I'm looking into that and seeing if doing to go on that option may be a good thing to try, but I'm not sure about that yet. Hollywood 50s primetime we have done in the past. They have had a really hard time with finding something for me, so we have just avoided it after that, because and actually the servers felt bad that they couldn't give me an option there that was, you know, because they couldn't make it because they were trying to make something that was themed to the theming of the restaurant, and they felt awful that they couldn't do something, you know, for me. So I've enjoyed that place. And if you guys don't know what the Fantasmic dining package is, so you normally when Fantasmic goes on, there'll be people who sits right in the middle in the front. Those are usually people who've had dining reservations. So it's a little bit more than a regular menu. I think it's like $45 a person, and you get an appetizer, an entree, and sometimes a dessert. It sometimes changes between appetizer and dessert, and then one non-alcoholic drink. And then you just eat there, and then you get a fast pass. It's like a paper fast pass back in the day, and it basically tells you what your Fantasmic time is, whether you're the first show or the second show. Usually we do the second show, and the only reason why we usually do the second show is because usually it's not as full as the first show. A lot of the times the first show is for a lot of the smaller families with little kids that want to get them to bed, you know, as soon as possible. And so the second show is great, but a lot of times if it's one show, it's fine. We go on the same show. Highly recommend Fantasmic dining package if you guys love Fantasmic and you want to get a good view for it. Totally worth the money if you love Fantasmic. It is a family tradition of ours to go there. This will be the first trip that we have not done that. And that's going to be interesting. So, Emma, yeah, I haven't been to Tempanetto. Emma, it's probably in my Central Florida experience, it's probably in the top 10, even top 5 for me for favorite restaurants. Fantastic option. I don't think it gets enough praise. The way that the staff are so friendly, the management always comes if you have any restrictive diet or vegetarian aspect. They make sure everything that's on your plate is going to work for your eating habits. And I've had that much detail at a Disney restaurant like that. And I think that's spectacular. I think that's something that more of the Disney restaurants should, more Disney restaurants should pick up. And I've really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend trying it. It's really good. It's a little bit more pricey than typical hibachi, but I recommend at least trying it once to get the idea. And I get pretty good portions. On my college program, a portion usually would get me through. I apologize. It'll usually get me through one lunch and usually a dinner. Usually I usually have a light dinner on my college program because usually you were exhausted and you just wanted to eat and go to bed. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Emma, I have not heard about Cowfish, and usually, okay. Emma, the sad thing about me is that Universal and Autism for myself did not work out very well. I've had several issues with my college program or with Universal and overstimulation attacks in the parks. And unfortunately, Universal isn't as sensory friendly as Disney World is or SeaWorld. So once we have gone to the park a couple times and realizing how much of an issue it was, especially in LA. The last time we went, we were in LA and we were there right after in Orlando. Last time we went to Orlando, that was right after the King Kong ride went down from the fire. And the smell, you could totally smell it from the entire park. For someone like myself with sensory issues, you basically are heightened to everything. And it's interesting because it's interesting to explain in words, because if you guys haven't been through an overstimulation attack, it's hard to explain what it's like. But it's gotten really bad at Universal, and so for for quite a few years, we have avoided going to Universal and just going strictly to Disney. My last trip, my sister and mom did go to Universal. She had some issues with getting on Hagrid's. That's a whole story in itself. I'll let them say it to their stories. But yeah, even City Walk has some issues sometimes, especially with live music that will cause some issues. Luckily, Epcot, they usually, or other places, they usually keep it in Disney pretty quiet, pretty mellow. So that way, for those of us who do have sensory issues, we can kind of go to a different section of the park. But Universal, it's so hard to find those hidden spots in the park that are kind of sensory free that can get you there. I'm hoping Universal will hop on the bandwagon with SeaWorld making strides to make that possible. The face mask thing, the face shield was a great option, to give to guests like us, who have issues with that. But I say they have a lot more work to do. If they have a program set in place where they can help us, I will probably be going to Universal for the first time in a long time and telling you guys how that goes. If they do come up with a program that actually ends up working. So I'm hoping I can get over that as an adult. I'm hoping it got better, but you just never know. Sorry, long explaining, but I will look into that, though. My mom said it wasn't as loud as the last time we went to City Walk, which was quite some time, and she said it was a lot better. And it was like in February, so they were still having live musicians and everything, so yeah, and for those of you guys who want to see more of me this week, I'm going live at 7 p.m. on Sunday night with Big Disney Fan, otherwise known as Keith. Make sure you guys go check that out. Yeah, Emma, yeah, if you didn't get to know me, most people don't know I'm autistic by looking at me, but unfortunately I am. I have overstimulation attacks pretty much anytime, anywhere. It can come up at any time, unfortunately. I live with ADHD as well, so that gets thrown into the mix. And then I have hearing loss as well. So sound is a big thing that, got me as a kid. Sound was a big issue. Yeah, it's really hard to explain when you haven't been in the autism world or you don't know someone directly and you're with that person every single day, or you're someone like myself who's actually on the spectrum. It's really hard to explain. But anyways, my third option of favorite restaurants in Disney World, this is going to be kind of weird, but we've had really good success with Crystal Palace at the Magic Kingdom, which most of you think, hey, that's a buffet place. Wouldn't they have that many options for a vegetarian? You'd be fairly surprised. Their breakfast buffet, like mixed into lunch, usually helps out a lot of times. So if I hit the buffet when it's in between breakfast and lunch, that's perfect because usually I can find more options, and typically breakfast will have more options for me. And usually they'll let us know. And actually, at the last time we went to Crystal Palace, we had a server and a manager with us walking through the entire line, letting us know what was vegetarian and what wasn't vegetarian friendly. For example, if something was cooked in the same pan as something like a breakfast sausage, for example. And that was great to have that kind of information given to us. So that way my mom, my family at the time can make an informed decision and build a plate for me based on that, which is pretty cool. I thought that was awesome. More power to them, for that. And I remember the character interactions. I've had really good character interactions with them. They've also been super friendly. Sometimes I needed a little bit more time to understand, this, you got to take a picture and you got to do autograph. It took me a little bit more time to get through the process, and they were totally understanding of that. The character attendant and, the character I was interacting with. So I think that was, a unique experience that I remember through childhood. And I remember Winnie the Pooh was a pretty big connection of mine growing up. Ticker Movie was a big thing when I was growing up. I would have a personalized book that I remember taking to trips. Thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah. So my third one was Crystal Palace. So that's Epcot Magic Kingdom. Animal Kingdom Park. We have not been to this restaurant in quite some time, so we do not know if the menu has changed since we've last been there. However, we've had pretty good success with Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom. And that is a third-party location. If you guys did not know, Yak and Yeti is operated by the same pool of restaurants as T-Rex Cafe at Disney Springs, Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs, as well as other small chains of restaurants around the country. They're operated under the same umbrella. So while it may be unique to Disney, they are under the same umbrella. We've had really good food there. Their servers, if I liked something and it wasn't vegetarian friendly on the menu, they would try to find some way to make it vegetarian friendly, whether it was editing ingredient, making sure there was no cross contamination. And I think that was great for a restaurant to do, especially a lot of restaurants nowadays, they typically can't do that anymore. A lot of times they're mixed things. Like, for example, at Chili's, if you were to get a fajita, you can't ask for a fajita without meat unless if you order the black beans, which, you know, again, a texture I don't like. But Yak and Yeti have had really good results with. Prices were pretty decent at the time. Always had a good service. Wish their quick service had more options for vegetarians, honestly. I don't even think there is one. I think there's a side salad that's a vegetarian option. I think the rest are meat. I would love for them to have a quick service option for vegetarians or vegans. Even if it does have a plant-based option, I would really appreciate that. But their restaurant, their table service has been really good. The environment has been great. Great sensory environment, especially with Animal Kingdom. It's pretty different because obviously they have to include the culture into the food. But Yak and Yeti have had really good results with. I'm hoping that our next couple trips we'll be able to go back to or Yak and Yeti will let you guys know when that goes. Nomad Lounge, we have not been there yet. And we've heard very good things about that. I'm thinking about trying a non-alcoholic drink when I'm there. I usually get the Pongu Pongu from Pandora from there. But I'm hoping on my next trip with my family, because we're not going to Animal Kingdom on this trip, I'm hoping that'll be a possibility because that would be awesome. Because I've heard such good things about that place. And we also try to go to Sanaa. I try to go to Sanaa in my college program. When we would do, whenever we go to Animal Kingdom, I would always try to hit Sanaa on that trip because Sanaa is so worth it, especially that bread service. That bread service is totally worth it, no matter if you're a cast member or not. But yeah, Animal Kingdom, I think, is the most that needs to get improved with plant-based out of all the parks. Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios are honestly, are two of the parks that I wish could put more options on their quick service restaurants. And what was it? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, I think, do need a lot of work when it comes to quick service options for us. A lot of times it's usually a side salad, side vegetables, and, you know, it's great for snacking in the park. Like, if you just need a quick snack, like, yeah, edamame at Animal Kingdom is amazing. But we can't survive on that all day. You know, I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but I wish they had more options. Honestly, Satuli Canteen, I wish, especially with how their menu is a mix and match option, I totally wish they had several different vegetarian, like, vegetable side dishes with different seasoning and different kind of flair, and choosing things from different African cuisines that they could put into it. I think that would be fantastic, but they only have is that the rice, the vegetables, and the tofu, which I don't eat. So I would only be eating like 3/4 of a plate, which is really disappointing. So I'm hoping that you know, some restaurants, quick service around Disney, you know, start improving because they're on the road to starting to improve the plant-based menus at Disney throughout the entire property when it comes to quick service, table service, you know, even the 4-star or 5-star dining around Disney, you know. And to be honest, I don't even know if Victoria and Albert's is vegetarian friendly or they've ever made it a vegetarian menu. I probably should look into that because I don't know if they do. I know that their food has been, you know, Michelin star rated for quite some time, but I don't know if they have ever done a vegetarian menu. However, one of my things I've really wanted to do is to watch no worries, big Disney fan. I will see you on Sunday night. I might be in the stream at 6:45 or 6:50. I might be going closer to them because usually my friend Lindsay will stream on TikTok, and I have to mod like right to the minute I'm on stream. I let her know, so just so you know. Okay, and back to my topic. Vegetarian in the parks can be tricky sometimes because you don't want to be eating the same food your entire trip. However, you want the same kind of cuisine. So usually most of the time, if I am in the park, usually I try not to eat quick service full meals and snack throughout the day. And then just eat dinner with my family. Usually that works well for me, unless if we're in Magic Kingdom or Epcot where I have tons of options for me and we can just choose a couple places and just eat there. I think that's a phenomenal option, for myself. But some places like Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, I don't have that luxury. So usually I have to bring something myself. Usually I'll bring my own snacks from home. Usually like a granola bar, or usually I have a Pop-Tart with me. Just something simple, so that way if I don't find anything I like, I can eat something and not go starve, until dinner time, which at Disney is very important because you are walking a ton. And college program favorites that I've actually found Sanaa has been one of my favorites since my college program. That's been phenomenal. That is at Animal Kingdom Lodge. And it is a favorite. And Dan, I'm sure you're really excited to see this post replay. Dan loves Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and there's a reason why there is a huge following there. They have several vegetarian options for entrees as well as appetizers, which I think is great because sometimes an appetizer can be just as much food as the entrees are. So if you're tired of the same entree, you can try a new appetizer, which I think is great. So yeah, Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then another favorite of mine has been Trattiano al Forno, and that has been at Disney's Boardwalk Resort, and that is a pizza and pasta place right on the boardwalk. Fantastic food. The service has been outstanding from there. Well, yeah, I really enjoyed doing that myself, as I love pasta. Italian food is one of my favorites. Japanese food is another favorite of mine. So I've really enjoyed Trattiano al Forno that we discovered on our last trip in May of 2018. And man, we were so glad to choose that restaurant. We went out there and be like, hey, this could be a new family favorite. Because the options for me were almost 3 or 4 options for me, which was phenomenal. And also had tons of options for my family to eat as well that aren't vegetarians. So great on both aspects, and phenomenal. I have not had breakfast there with Rapunzel breakfast there, but I have had dinner there, and they've been fantastic. And if you guys like pizza, pasta, if you guys can't get a Via Napoli reservation, highly recommend trying that place out. Really good. Their pizza is actually pretty decent. I really enjoyed that. So with that, I'm going to close the show out because I don't want to go over Dole Whip Dad's time. However, if you guys want to come and see me or talk to me some more, if you guys are on TikTok, Crazy Kirby Lindsay is live right now on TikTok. If you guys don't have her, please go follow her there. She's going live doing her work orders for Arizona Dream. And if you guys want the sticker I designed, it's in the description below. The link is there. You guys can just go click it and it takes you directly there. And I really have enjoyed this. Guys, I will let you guys know when I'm streaming in the parks, and I will make that thumbnail as soon as I can, so that way on my trip I don't have to worry about that. And as well as my collabs, if I have any updates with anything, stay up to date on my social media or my YouTube channel. Once the thumbnail is posted, I will start sharing it on social media. And I promise I'm getting better at trying to get my thumbnail not uploaded 2 hours before my stream. So, and start sharing an hour before I go live. But that's okay. So I will see you guys hopefully on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please, guys, go support Big Disney Fan and I. We will be talking cast member talk on the show. That'll be a lot of fun to talk cast member and my life as being someone who lives with a disability. I am beyond excited to see everyone there. So with that, I will see you next week for another lovely episode of Catching Up with Caitlin. And my closing, as always, as cast members once say, have a magical day. And I will see you guys on my next stream. Make sure you guys go and watch Dole Whip Dad and tell them it is a blue, what was it? It's a Blue Crew invasion. So hashtag Blue Crew invasion. That is from me. So make sure you guys go and say that in the chat when you go over to Dole Whip Dad, and I will see you guys there. Have a magical night, everyone, and I will see you next Friday.